We've had one Queen Amidala build, yes. But what about second Queen Amidala build? Third Queen Amidala build? Queen Amidala with Bad Batch? What about them? Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails. Today we're going to talk about Professor X and his exploits in GAC 5v5. This is match 1. I'm going to try to do one for every single match of this remaining GAC season. This may potentially be the last season for this account, and that would be sad, but we want to chronicle it if that is the case. So let's get to it here, folks. And by get to it, of course, I mean saying thank you to my patrons is very important to me, and, you know, expressing that gratitude, extremely important to me, guys. Thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate every single one of you. I really, really do. Thank you guys so much for all the things, guys. I really do appreciate you. And if you want to support this channel for free, all you gotta do is hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, comment. Mount the algorithm, folks. Mount it, potentially, for the last time. Probably not. I hope you don't. I hope it's not the last time. Let's, not for any of us, folks. I wouldn't wish that on any of us. So my opponent is a guy from... I forgot the name. Hold on a sec. That's right. The Big Chubowski, which is a really good guild, and are worthy of respect. So he's got me by about 1 million GP at this point. Lot more relics than us, as you can tell. Let's see, their mods, we're beating them on the top end mods, but they have a lot more 20 to 24, like the plus 20 level mods, 20 plus, that they're beating me on that. They're beating me on basically all the different metrics. I do have, it's funny, the two really elite categories though, the plus 25 speeds and the plus 6% offense mods. I'm beating them in, so there's something to be said for that, I suppose. This is an alt, so I don't spend as much time on modding as perhaps it would be advisable to. Datacrons, they are beating me by most standards. They have more rerolls, though fewer level 9s, which is kind of interesting. Now, the defense that I placed... let's see, we only have another big thing about this account, guys. We don't have Lord Vader, so we're in Kyber 2, but we were in Kyber 1, I think, at the start. I guess we were just outside of Kyber 1 for the end of this season. And the squish really pushed us back into Kyber 2, which is unfortunate. The squish is very aggressive lately. But, anyways, I only have Lord Vader, or I'm listing Lord Vader. My opponent has all 8 Galactic Legends, and so what I'm placing, what, 4 GLs, 3 GLs, I don't know, you guys can count. We're placing Jabba and Rey, Supreme Leader Kylo, and Leia, and then I do have a Queen Amidala team. Well, I mean, just her and some random people. I even put tech on there, but I put the tech Cron on, not remembering that my tech is only relic 3. We have serious relic problems. So anyways, this is my defense. You guys can, you know, imagine how crazy effective it is. The CLS team in the back is just kind of a weird... I wanted to keep Skywalker, or sorry, Han and Chewie available for a dash team so that we could maybe kill Afra. I thought maybe my opponent placed Afra. They didn't, but I thought maybe they would. So, let's see. On defense, they placed... Here, let me make my face go away. I'm very sorry for this, folks. I know that most of you watch this because of my face. I realize that's a thing, but this is important to see. So they have the Inquisition team, but even more important, they have Kenobi with Padme on the team. You know, with the good Datacron that lets them ignore taunt, that lets them do all sorts of stuff, and so we're gonna have to deal with that. They also have that Queen Amidala team with all Bad Batch, which I thought was a fairly fun idea. Let's see, Leia, like fun as in pulling teeth, but some people enjoy pulling teeth, folks. That's fun for some people. Don't judge them, but too harshly. Judge them a little bit, certainly. Not too harshly though. And Yeah, they have a Rey team with the 2% damage boost for Rey, which is crazy. And yeah, this should be an interesting match, guys. So let's get to it, shall we? Let's actually get to the gameplay here. That's not the right button. That's the right button. That sounds like something she would say. So, all right, here it is, folks. We got to start with fighting this Kenobi squad. All right, and so we have Grandmaster Yoda in the back. I like Shakti 'cause she's giving us offense up. She's calling people to assist, which is important. And anyways, so the idea is if you don't have a faster cat than your opponent, their cat needs to kill someone. And so we brought Grandmaster Yoda as a sacrificial lamb to kill the cat has to kill someone. And so you can I sent in Grandmaster Yoda to take the hit, and now we're gonna fast forward for a while, guys, because it's gonna take a couple minutes. So we want the Xian form. You can see the text that I put on here, and that's the buff that Ahsoka the cat hands out to Kenobi and herself, and every time they attack out of turn, then it boosts her Xian attacks, or subsequent Xian attacks, by 50%, which is nice. But the idea here, guys, is eventually we want to kill their Jedi Master Kenobi in one shot. That's the goal here. And so we're just waiting. And once you pop the ult, then Jedi Master Kenobi does a lot of assisting, which is nice. As long as he has that buff, it's pretty good. So the other thing is, guys, you also want to be targeting that Snips. If they brought Snips as the 5th character, then you want to be targeting their Snips, because you need to passively take Snips out at that point. Okay, so we're getting to the point here, folks, that we want to wait until he doesn't have any more, or at least not much more protection up. And so we're waiting. We don't want to give him any protection up. We want Cat to go and just take him out, do her thing. And so she did manage to do that, and now we have 50 seconds left. So it's a little tough. You got to manage your clock on this fight quite a bit. But okay, killed Padme, and now we have 30 seconds left to take out their Kenobi. And of course, even though she dies, her level 9 persists. Padme's does, so. That's a fun little treat, but we ended up getting through it. 72 banners, not too bad. Good start. I thought I was going to time out. I'm glad I didn't, but I thought maybe I would. So what's going to be next? We got to take out this Inquisition team, and I don't have Phoenix available. My Captain Rex is on defense with Rey to give debuffs to my opponent, and so they do have an Inquisition team. The one thing I'll point out, though, folks, is they have the 7th sister Datacron level 9. They have the good level 6, which Inquisition are fairly challenging to beat right now, but the 7th sister is level 9 is just not crazy strong, folks. It's not nearly as strong as the 3rd sister, the Reva one, or the 9th sister. My opponent doesn't have 9th sister here anyways, so that's a little bit like a cow's opinion. It's moo. But the really nice thing, though, guys, is Malgus really struggles. At least in 3s, he struggles against this the level 9 for Reva, because she's just so aggressive once she's alone that it's very challenging to take her out. And so this my Malgus is Relic 9 on this account, because the level of damage he gives out is very important, of course. His big hit is incredibly important. So you see, we're kind of just saving it for later. Probably should have done a basic there, to be honest, because he needs to boost his health a little bit more. I don't think he's done enough basics here. And of course, Marauder wants to hit Reva with his big hit every time he possibly can to reduce her max, what is it, health or protection? I don't remember which one, but you want to reduce that. And now, anyways, we got her alone. This is probably, I hesitate to show this as a definitive counter, though. It does work. It does work if you know what you're doing and you have your Malgus can do enough damage. It does definitely work. You just I hesitate to say this is the counter for the meta right now, even though she's relic 9 and all that, because it's not the optimized Datacron. That's it. You know, otherwise this has been a pretty standard counter. For the current meta, this is a suboptimal build for Datacrons, but we did get 64, and there was a lot of time left. We probably could have taken out a Riva level 9 as well. Now, this is one, a lot of people, I told you guys this in my defensive teams video, a lot of people are going to be placing this team on defense because they don't know what the heck to do with it. They think that this is a good team for defense now, and I kind of just disagree. Any team that gets easily beat by an AdRad team, in my opinion, is not an easy team on, is not a viable choice on defense. Unfortunately, I really love AdRad, but man, he just, I mean, this is why I love AdRad, is because he just shuts so many teams down. Now, thing I tell everyone about this, pay attention to the buffs on your characters. If you have that little rebel symbol on your characters, that means that they have the spark of rebellion or spark of hope or something like that, and it means it denies your opponent the ability to revive if they're Empire when you kill them. And so if you see, he has it now, and now none of those guys can revive when he does his ult. Not that Moff Gideon was in any position to take a turn to revive everyone anyways, but just in case, we did manage to make that happen. And then finally, we're just using Cere the Eternal Emperor. My Cere the Eternal Emperor on this account, Relic 8 with 3 Zetas. We're missing the one where he forces everyone to taunt when he does the link, and I'm missing his basic, which I think adds to the duration of Deceived. And then the big one, the one that is the most noticeable to me every time, is when he does that ability, his first special, he doesn't heal all dark side characters by 50% protection, because the Zeta, that's what the Zeta does. So anyways, probably didn't need to bring the armor here, if we're being honest, but I was a little nervous about this fight, because my Cere the Eternal Emperor, he just struggles a bit. He's a little bit of a struggler, that's all. Because those Zetas are important, guys. It's an important character that I have decided to under-invest in, and that kind of bites me sometimes. He's not really, he'll kill a team like this, but he'll get me worse banners than he probably should. Alright, 61. That's actually not too bad. We dropped 4. Get to the bag zone. What diabolical schemes has my opponent concocted? And the answer is nothing too crazy, honestly. So let's go up top, fight this Rey team. And one of the experiments that I've been discussing lately is taking Baby Cal off of our Cere Malicos team. Even though that reduces our win rate, if we add him to our own Rey team, then it's going to make other counters against that team significantly more challenging. And so he does have this team where when he's causing all these debuffs to me, then as they're expiring, Rey is gaining 2% offense every single time, which is good. It's strong. It's a strong ability. Now, I did time it so that my final attack on Rex would one-shot him, so he couldn't... I mean, I guess his AoE wasn't going to put daze on us anyways, I think, because doesn't Malicos protect us from that? I think that's the case. I could be wrong. Anyways, okay, get that bonus protection up from Cere, and... yeah, I'm a little nervous about how much damage this will do. Yeah, it almost ended poor old Fulcrum there, but we're remaining steadfast. So throw some rocks here. Everyone dies, and you know, rock on, Malicos. That was pretty epic. Still have to beat this Leia team, and of course, with this current STAP Omicron plus Datacron combination, this team, if you've invested in STAP. I mean, I've been telling people forever, you should be working on STAP anyways for the Naboo raid coming up, but even if you're not doing that, I mean, gosh, I am going to miss this Cron. This is probably the thing I'll miss the most in this, you know, after this season is over, we'll have a new Datacron set, and I will miss this set I'll miss the set being gone. So, or this Datacron set, the STAP Cron. I can't talk today, guys. I apologize. But anyways, just target Leia. Focus her down. Focus her down. This is so crazy. My STAP is Relic 5. Everyone else, I guess, everyone else is Relic 5. Grievous being the exception at Relic 7. But yeah, you just want to focus her down as quick as you can. And now the hope is that we'll kill Mothra casually, just you know, as a bonus. And there's no real tactical reason to do it other than it's very satisfying. On a tactical level, it's very satisfying to take old Mothra out. And SRP's like, hey, I'll revive once for no reason. Try to time you out. Alright, 62, good enough. Now, how do we beat this Padme team with the Bad Batch? I mean, pretty standard. You just use Bane, as always, guys. This team is, I like the idea of this team. They do some cool stuff, I guess, but I don't think they're gonna kill Bane, frankly. And I think Bane is going to kill the hell out of them, in fact. Wrecker's like, hey, I'm still alive, I'm dead. Goodbye. Goodbye. Alright. Okay, let's use Starkiller here. So we didn't have the right Cron, folks. He has the Holdo Cron, so this is the right build, though I think Rose is probably a better 5th character for them. But he doesn't have, what he doesn't have is the thing that stops me from auto-killing their character. Like, they need the thing that prevents me from killing any of their characters until they've all taken health damage. And without that, so Palpatine can actually, if he uses his 2nd special, he can still do that to them. But the fact that I can just immediately go in and kill the guy who's providing all of their turn meter is just really handy. So, yeah, Starkiller can win this. It can get a little bit sketchy, depending on what the build is, who you're facing, a lot of different factors. But, yeah, this is... The fact that he put the wrong Datacron on. I mean, maybe he didn't have the right Datacron. I'm just saying he didn't have the optimized data. And this is kind of the theme a lot of times. So what I've been seeing lately, guys, a lot of people have been playing with Datacrons lately, which is great, actually. I love that we're kind of getting past this whole I hate Datacrons irrationally. Some people have really great reasons for it, and I'm not trying to diminish anyone's, you know, if you hate Datacrons, you don't want to play it, that's fine. That is... legitimately, I'm not gonna judge you for it. Like, honestly, that's fine. But I do love that some people who have irrationally been hating Datacrons with no actual reasons for themselves other than some content creator told them to hate them or something. I don't know. No shade on the content creators really either, but look at poor old Revan just got punked there, guys. But anyways, I just love to see that people are starting to get more into Datacrons and embrace them as the saviors of the meta that the Datacrons truly have kind of become, because that's really the role that they've been playing. Now, I think in a subsequent fight, folks, I actually made an adjustment and added Jolie instead of Hoda in this fight, because of how quickly they just targeted Revan and punked him. It was very impressive, to be honest, and annoying. I couldn't believe he did that. Total dick move, man. But, anyways, this is a pretty standard fight. We don't need to discuss it too much, I suppose. We're just wading through here. The nice thing about this fight, folks, is that you have a front line in Jedi here who don't get feared, which is very nice. Not to have to worry about fear with Luke or Jedi Cal. And then, I mean, the fact that we can use Jedi Master Luke here is a little bit of a luxury. But the way our Jedi are spread out so thin lately, I found that I don't really have another viable Jedi Master Luke team anyways if I don't use like the all-stars with him usually. So I mean, we could, but it would be a tremendously weak Jedi Master Luke team, which, I mean, sometimes that's fine, sometimes that's fair, but against like a Malgus team, you want to use your good characters anyways, so may as well just smash them all together. And it didn't seem like my opponent had the right defense to be able to stop what we had with what we had remaining, so Okay, in the back he did place the FU fleets. You guys can't really see it here. Oh, there we go. So Profundity, so the top 3 fleets in the game. My opponent decided to place those, and we'll deal with that in a little bit. I mean, I have the tools for it. Okay, so Keller and Beck. We do have Bo-Katan, and I think this is a little bit of an overkill situation where the Keller and Beck team does not have any really scary characters on it. Like Grandmaster Yoda can do some interesting stuff with Keller and Beck and stuff, but he dies so easily. Shakti can do some interesting stuff with him as well. But I mean, that's Luminara, guys. I mean, you can, like, what's that saying about like pig? You can put lipstick on a pig, and you know, but at the end of the day, all you have is lipstick on a pig. Like, okay, thank you for that, I guess. Congratulations on wasting your lipstick. So yeah, this is okay. We're doing okay here. Overkill, yes, but at this stage, folks, I do think I need to bolster my defense just a little bit. Like I have that Ewok team that isn't even fully relicked. We could probably replace it with something, and at the same time, we're just to the point right now in the current meta, folks, where we have too many teams on offense, and hopefully CG does something about that. Now this one was interesting. I put this in my counters you need video because, so first off, there's this bug where so first off, Boss Nass is supposed to, on defense, only summon a shield generator if there's only Gungans on the team, which means if you don't have Jar Jar, which my opponent does not, then you can't have a Gungan team on defense and they come with a shield generator. So the fact that there is a shield generator here, because Nest is not a Gungan, even though she's wearing a mask, and it's plausible to think that she would be trying to hide her frog features behind that mask, she's not actually a Gungan. And so they get a shield generator. And my Inquisition, who are all Relic 7, all reasonably well modded, are now just kind of, well, they're struggling, man, against the frog people. And part of the problem is we're just stuck behind this death mark on Mr. Tarples here, where we can't do any damage to him, though. Look at how, like, just 0 damage. Nothing. We're doing nothing to him. Like, it's not impacting him. And so, we can't do anything to the shield generator, though. We're just kind of stuck here. Feels kind of miserable. And I had just gotten off of my main account where, on my main account, I had lost 2 Gungans. I'd used, like, 5 different teams. Lost all of the fights to them. And it really did feel just completely awful. I could have, there's certain things I could have done a little bit better there, I suppose. But I guess the main thing is I really struggled in that fight. Like I couldn't kill Gungans, and so I just come off of that. This is my second match. Like first match failed against Gungans, and this one was looking to be a very similar situation, despite the fact they had no Jar Jar. And finally, I managed to kill that shield generator. And once you can do that, that kind of unlocks killing Gungans, but by then they'd killed most of my Inquisition. So good. Okay, finally we killed Boss Nass. So now at least now they can't summon a shield generator. That's something. Like now we can clean this up if we have to. Of course, it's going to be bad banners, but we'll try to get the first time kill because the 1-shot is always preferable to a 2-shot if you can manage it. And now, once Nest takes a turn, watch how in a minute I'm going to be opportunistic with 8th Brother. So let's just use the buzzsaw on Nest. We expose, like, I think we just take her mask off and reveal the fact that she's not a frog person. And there we go. So, terrible banners. Dropped 11 right there on that squad. But it happens. And now, finally, we get to fleets. And we do the standard thing here, folks. We use our Leviathan to try to kill his Chimera. Strike that, reverse it. Chimera to kill Leviathan, and get Defender in, get the stun. I mean, this is a really standard thing. We do this all the time. And, okay, we get the Dispel. Now, for the moment of truth, can we one-shot the Dorito? Of course we can't, but we did get the follow-up kill with Defender on the Dorito, and all is good. Of course it is. We're totally fine. We're fine. Everything's fine here. How are you? So, yeah, let's just keep going here, guys. We even get to keep TIE Interceptor, which is nice, of course. Defender is getting close to dead here. Luckily, we do have the kill on like the ultimate from Chimera there to save TIE Defender. And is this the fight where we actually, I think we get to keep Chimera here. Look at that, we get to keep Chimera. That's a very rare result, folks. So 68, that's fine. We dropped about 5 banners, but really you just can't complain about those results. Now, let's use our Negotiator to kill Executor, and this is one reason why we put Relic 8 on Plo Koon. My opponent didn't have high enough relics on this team to really necessitate that, but if you put Relic 8 on Plo Koon, that means that you're always going to have your Plo Koon be faster than your opponent's fleet. Now, the fact that our Negotiator was able to go before his IG-88 was pretty nice. Honestly, we were able to just eliminate IG-88 before he could do any other damage. And, you know, that's one reason you want to boost your IG-88, guys. Put more relics on him. As crazy as that sounds. So, just pretty standard stuff here. You know, Marauder's doing the majority of the damage, though, of course, Anakin can do quite a bit as well himself. And we're just trying to chip away at this Houndstooth. I did kind of miscalculate it. I thought that for some reason they'd already used their heal, so I was starting to try to do the extra damage to the Houndstooth, and obviously that didn't really pan out. Now, one thing I will point out here is we used 5s here. Typically, 5s isn't a character that's required for this counter, but I do bring 5s in this particular instance because my Bad Batch are all really low relics, and therefore my Marauder does not hit as hard as a lot of other people's does. Now we did manage to get a daze on this Slave 1, so he's not going to hit us back, which is great. Yeah, let's just do a little bit of healing. Try to get a couple banners back. And yeah, pretty simple counter there, guys. If you could put high relics on all your fleet characters as soon as possible, then I will feel bad for you, and yet it will also really help you quite a bit, in my opinion. So, alright, we're just doing Profundity Mirror Match. Now, of course, the ace up our sleeve is the fact that we have the TIE Bomber available for this one. So, we're going to get TIE Bomber in eventually. They did focus down my Y-Wing, which is a fairly rare occurrence, but it does obviously happen. And they could actually ruin us right here if they got enough assists. It could have killed my Outrider, and that would have, at the very least, made it a very dicey match. We might have been able to get the win, but it would have been really close at that point. So, anyways, get TIE Bomber in and set everyone on fire, which is great. Nothing better than that. Now they can't assist, though I guess when Falcon goes, Biggs can assist, so that's not cool. Not cool, bro. Now we can't assist, so take out Outrider. And now we're just waiting for the ult. We're at 84%. Should get it here pretty soon. Cool, so we got the bomber. So we haven't failed any attacks here so far, folks. Though there's been quite a few times that we haven't gotten great banners on things. Like, you know, we dropped 11 on Gungans, for instance. Fleets we just lost a second ship in this Profundity Mirror Match. So lots of things that could have gone a little bit better that didn't go better. But, and that's not a complaint, that's all to say we didn't get the best banner score ever. So final banners, after dropping 0 attacks, We ended up at 18-11. Now, my opponent is from a big guild. He has a lot. Ended up only placing 3 Galactic Legends. Placed a lot of other good defensive teams, but he only placed 3 GLs, which means he has 5 left to counter the 4 that I left, plus a bunch of other tough teams. So let's go and see what his final results are here, folks. And what ended up happening was he never failed an attack on me. Never once. He just attacked the front zone, dropped 7 banners doing so, which is not a significant amount, and then he just stopped. I think he saw my very impressive defenses, my very extremely girthy Jabba, and decided he didn't want to tangle with that, and that was it. He failed 0 times. He just attacked my front zone and called it quits. So we got the win against the big Chbosky player here, Urkath'Kasra. Good match to him. I guess let's march forward here, folks. What are your thoughts? Would love to hear what you're thinking of. I'm gonna try, like I said, guys, try to release all 9 matches from this account this season. We'll see if that works. It's an experiment, and it really might not happen, but I'm hoping we will. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails.